Hi folks, going on from the last video. Last video I was talking about videos of suffering because there's so much suffering. Well, for me, I understand why churches ban me. I understand, of course. Because in the last video I said, basically when I'm talking, when I'm doing videos, I don't think about the people and who they are. No. But if I'm talking to the person, facing the person, then it's basically the same, but a different way. I will say the same things to the person. If God wants me to say something, and I know that the person will be offended by that, I don't care. I don't. The reason why I don't care is because if someone is offended, it's because what's in that person, and God wants that person to deal with that. So therefore, if God wants to use what I'm saying to help that person about why they were offended, then But also, I can't say that I care for you and then lie to you. Well, as I said, in the River Church, the person had spoken because the pastor was away for a few weeks. So the pastor put this person in position to bring the message on Sunday. This person had never brought a message, as far as I know. I had seen him once before go up and say something on mic, and what he said was stupid. I mean, really stupid. I had to question him about it almost straight away, because it is a ridiculous statement to make, claiming that God's doing something that God clearly wasn't doing and God clearly wouldn't do, because it was clearly against his word. And then again, this person gave a message, saying that the things that had to happen, that absolutely and totally had to happen, shouldn't have happened because And then his best friend said, "Oh, that was amazing, well done." But the problem is, his best friend knew that what he was saying was wrong. He knew. But did he care enough for him? No. Because he didn't want to offend anyone at all. And that person says basically God told him to not try to change his wife or how his wife is. And then he decided himself that meant don't try to change anyone. Even though he knew that people were wrong about what they were saying, he wouldn't say anything about it. And for me, that means you don't care about these people at all. Not at all. No. Because to me, the understanding I've always had pretty much is if you care about someone, you will say what that person needs to hear. Even if that means that you'll lose a relationship. Because what matters more to you, the person or the relationship? Other people are saying, no, you keep the relationship because over time you can do more. No, you can't, because if you're always thinking about keeping the relationship and you won't say what needs to be said, it means you can't do anything. You won't do anything at all. That's a lie. No. No, for me, speak truth. And if people don't like it, then okay. That's okay. Because, for me, I need people with me who love truth. And who will speak truth to me. If I'm wrong, then I need to know that. I need people around me that are going to be speaking truth and helping me to understand that, so that I can address that. But I don't need people doing it because they think they're equal. No. I need people doing it because they love truth and they care. That's the reason. That's the only reason for doing that. And so therefore, if churches want to ban me because of that, but as I say, the way they see it is me offending people. Of course. Because people will be offended by that. As I said, people in darkness will be offended by light. That will always happen. Always happen. But as I say, I understand that with me, I'm not someone who would try to say things in a way that won't be offensive. And the people in church don't understand that because they do try to say things in ways that won't be offensive. As I said in the last message, you can't do that. You can't change the words to mellow them down or water them down to protect people from being offended. That's not your job. And so, because again, God is big enough to deal with the consequences of that. If people get offended, God is big enough to deal with that. That's the reality. I don't need to worry about the consequences. I know that my Father in heaven can deal with all of that. And I know if people get offended, it's because they've got things in them that God wants to deal with. And again, He's perfectly capable of dealing with that stuff. It's not up to me to stay there and help that person after that. If God wants me to say something, then it's up to me to say that. That's it. That's it. That's my job. So there you go. You take care. God bless. I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.